Welcome to Gray Overload. I'm Anthony, and Microsoft announced the Always Connected PCs. I'm going to take a look at what they are, and so let's dive in. So, Microsoft at CES announced the Always Connected PCs, and this is very interesting to me, very kind of exciting as well. And maybe it is for some of you out there that are looking for a PC that is like in a tablet form, or maybe even like a laptop form, or maybe they might do a desktop one. I don't know yet. That when you press the power button, it acts like a phone. It turns on and you can do stuff. You don't have to sit and wait for it to load up, and go through all the steps of getting to your data. And when Microsoft does have something that does that, is the phone right now, right? Their phone, but iOS and Android, they've had it on tablets as well for a very long period of time, and it always works. Also, Chrome OS is another one that is based on Instant On one as well. And I find that this announcement is a great step forward for Windows and Windows users. And I'm hoping that it's well implemented by Microsoft and the device makers, so that we have a device that we want as well as users. Because we never want to have this nice technology that's used in a device that nobody wants. We've had a couple of those in the past, and they didn't go anywhere. But what I like to see, what I like that they're doing, and what I'm seeing right now, I should say, is that they're going to have the latest network technologies of gigabit LTE and eSIM, and I do hope that these are well implemented throughout the world. And I've read forums, I've seen people ask Microsoft this, of why something doesn't work as well in their country. I'm in the United States, so I don't get that as much, if at all, for most things, unless it's like a technology I want that's from another country, which I've happened, but most people here don't go through those same issues that people overseas have to deal with these companies not implementing something for them. So I really hope that Microsoft works with all these carriers around the world to make sure that eSIMs and the gigabit LTE stuff, and it all works. So you can take especially with the eSIM, be able to take your device and switch it from carrier to carrier, and it's really nice there, where you don't have to pop out a card or pop on your new card. That's nice and simple. That's going to be a plus, especially for users if they do switch. So they don't have to fiddle or try to remember something. They just call up two companies and done, probably. That's what I'm hoping. If somebody has more details on it, leave in the comments. I'll do a video on it too. I want to learn more about eSIMs as well. It's a newer technology for me. But the gigabit LTE too, the speeds, and making sure that it's actually, you got connectivity in all these countries that you're going to, especially if you're releasing devices in them. That's important to me as well, because you need to drive more sales, especially to have a successful product. The really cool other factor to this is, now that we get into, I'm going to go into kind of what Microsoft says to support, is the two chips are going to be Qualcomm, so an ARM chip, and Intel. Intel's already there. I do hope that AMD steps up to the plate too and does something there as well. But I'm really interested in how Windows 10 Pro runs on ARM and how well it runs. That's one thing that's driving me to maybe see some of these new products and maybe even pick one up, because I want to get a device that lasts all day, that just does a lot of stuff like that you do, like I do on my Surface, right? Fix people's computers, do reading, maybe play a little game here and there, watch a movie, how well it performs in all these x86 tasks that we've had before. So Office as well, Photoshop, Adobe products. So I want to see how well they run. But I'll touch a little bit more on that here in a little bit. But the device partners for going to make these connected, always connected PCs are Asus, HP, Huawei, Lenovo, Vio, and Xiaomi, Xiaomi. I don't know if I pronounce it correctly, but there it is. And the ones that are going to be using the Snapdragon 835 chipset are Asus, HP, and Lenovo. And that's interesting that both of those go, and both categories have some of the same companies, and one has more. because that's going to give us more options to go through, especially for the Intel side of it as well. I'm hoping that some other companies and device makers step up to the plate as well to create some of these devices and create even more unique and professional devices that we can have, because each of them now, I feel like, especially after Computex here, we got a lot more devices that companies are starting to hone in on their own designs and think outside the box and really make some really nice designs. I'm excited to see that. And Snapdragon, like they were saying, and you'll see in the description below, I'd encourage you to go watch the video from the Qualcomm guys, is that they're going to have this running Windows 10 Pro, not some, like Windows RT, if everyone remembers that. No, this is going to be full-blown Windows. And so I'm guessing there's got to be some emulation there involved at some point in time, because different instruction sets between ARM and x86 of Intel that everything's developed on for many years of Windows. And I'm interested to see how the like I said, Photoshop runs, how the Word and everything else runs, and how well my battery life goes forward with running all that stuff. And it'll be interesting to see if these also come with Windows 10s options, especially for businesses and schools that want to do that. So I want to thank you guys for watching and going through this, and let me know what you guys like about these connected PCs. Let me know. I know that there might be something that I'm not seeing from my perspective of my daily pain points that I have, but I'm really interested to see what you guys have as well. So leave a comment below. I'll be sure to read it as well. I also thank you for helping grow this channel and move it forward and make it bigger. It's exciting to see how you guys interact and continue to support. Thanks for watching Gray Overload. If you like this content, be sure to subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Gray Overload.